So this is an old standard tuning and slide trombone from the 1920s. It has been wire brushed and then coated with something called Gunkote, which is a high heat, abrasion resistant, solvent resistant, sweat resistant coating that will last for a long time, goes on thin, works very well. The story behind this, I said a little bit about this in the description on Reverb, but the story behind it is when I bought this horn, I love the tuning and slide holes from this era. They're wonderful horns, but this one had been stored very, very badly, and it had serious problems with the loss of some of the plating, most of the plating, almost all of the plating. The outer slides and the inner slides also had issues. They lost some of their copper and ended up not being straightenable. So what I've done is I've modified it using parts of a modern student trombone. This is parts from a con. So you can see now it has a slide lock, which it didn't have before. And then the outer slides and the inner slides are from that con. And yeah, a little joke about it. You know, it was so ugly that it's kind of a mean thing, but we were calling it Patina Louise, right? Because I don't know if you've seen Tina Louise lately, but it was like used to be the most beautiful thing around, and then things changed. So anyway, sorry. I hope that didn't offend anybody. But yeah, so this is Patina Louise. I added the counterweight, and that's because the tuning and slide mechanism is quite heavy, and so now it balances well. And this is not original to the horn, but Olds did use these tuning slide weights up here during this era. Some of them were shaped like bears, some of them were round like this. So it's you know, effective. It's in keeping with the style of the horn. All right, the slide itself. Go. Little bit of a catch in 7th position. So no, you won't be able to use 8th position. That's not a big deal. Actually, sometimes I think that a catch in 8th position is a little bit of a selling point. It plays better and works more smoothly when you're holding on to it. It's adjusted so that when you're putting that kind of tension on it with your fingers, that makes it work a little bit more smoothly. It sounds good. It sounds like a TIS horn should. A lot of that's because I did extensive work on it. If I was charged by the hour, you would not want to see how much this horn would cost you. I've been through this back bow, so graduated dent balls all the way through there, and they are, it is a very smooth taper all the way through, something the Olds loved to do back at that time, and it affects the horn in some extremely positive ways. This thing, some low overtones, but mostly it's going to be like a Dixieland horn, something used for busking, just something where you want to cut. It cuts, and it's got some really nice bark to it, but still a lot more core than you get out of a 2H or a 4H or any kind of a really small horn. It's a 490 bore with these new tubes on it, and it sounds good. It was originally an LM, large medium horn, so still, about the size of a modern trombone. It was a symphonic horn when it was built, but it's about the size of a modern, smaller jazz horn. It gets that nice crackle real early on, without having to lean on it much, and it's fun to play. Tuning applied mechanism now has the lock pieces in it that it's supposed to have, and come on, there it goes. Sorry, put it back here again, and there it goes. So it's easy to adjust the tuning, and I'm happy to answer any questions that anyone might have about this. I would love to see this one go to a good home.